if you were to try to figure out if it really is affecting you, I'd have to take 10,000 people
Right.
and radiate them and then
Right.
see if they're okay or not. In fact, I talk about that. Let's get 10,000 kids, put them in a room, lock them up, good organic food, we'll feed them and see if it affects them or not. Then we'll take another 10,000 and we won't expose them. That's the only thing the industry will accept.
Right.
That's really pretty sad because we're part of the experiment in a sense. And
Absolutely. We're their lab rats.
And so the government, the National Toxicity Program, which is part of the federal government, did a study probably finished about 4 or 5 years ago. And they took 10,000, it was an epidemiology study. They took 10,000 rats and exposed them. And they had 10,000 that were fine. And what they found is a statistically significant increase in frontal lobe cancer and heart cancer. So there was a direct correlation in an epidemiology study, but they don't recognize it because it wasn't a human being. And then the Ramazani Institute, right after that, did the same thing as the US government did. And they found the same findings. It's the frontal lobe and it's the heart. Why? It's soft tissue. It affects the soft tissue the most.
Yeah.
And it really does, and it correlates with the other studies that we have. And Danny, there's so many studies that show a correlation, but it's not statistically significant, so it's discounted.
It's so weird because like those statistics are significant when we're talking about the injections that they were pushing, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's fine in rats, so no problem. But like we're clearly seeing these effects. We all know people who've had tumors and brain cancer and whatnot where they hold their phone. It seems like this willful kind of like we don't want to know because there's too
Danny,
much money and control on the line.
epidemiology studies have been used for 100 years as the prelude to science. It's been historically the way we learn, and it's all discounted.
So telecommunications is the single exception, the single industry exception to epidemiology.
Right, exactly. They don't buy it.